Okay, so Kurt, please can you tell us about the Travelport event today?
Sure. This is a conference called Winning Together for about 250 of our best supplier customers and travel agency customers throughout Asia Pacific. And the idea is, number one, to share with all of them some of the innovations that we're bringing to marketplace. And then two is to collaborate and understand from them what we can do to help them grow their businesses.
Okay, fantastic. You mentioned the innovations, so can you tell us a little bit about the new products you got on display today?
Sure. Let me talk about three specifically. From a supplier or an airline perspective, one of the key changes that's happening in the marketplace is the fragmentation of content as airlines become better and better at consumer retailing. And one of the ways this is personifying itself is the sale of ancillary or optional services. And airlines are doing this brilliantly in the consumer direct channels. What we see as a critical opportunity to enable them to do that to and through the travel trade. The Universal API is the technology that we're deploying, and it's in production today, to consume all of those products and services from airlines to enable them to sell to and through the travel agency customer. On the travel agent side, we have a new product that's in launch today called Universal Desktop, which is basically a consumer-like interface for the professional travel counselor. Very unlike the green screen, is totally GUI-based, integrates GDS, non-GDS, multiple content feeds, and enables the merchandising of products and services in the way that airlines would like to sell to these customers. So it really improves the value proposition for the travel agent in maintaining its position as a one-stop shop for the consumer, offering choice, but informed choice. The next product, the third product, is what we call Travelport Rooms and More, which is basically the outcome of an acquisition we made last year called Sprice.com, which is a European-based meta-search company, so a consumer interface. We took Sprice and we've repurposed it for B2B, basically as a hotel booking platform where we'll take feeds of GDS, wholesale, and OTA hotel content, integrate that into one consumer-like display with B2B functionality built around it, but we think it will be a very powerful engine for the travel agent, and nothing like it exists in the marketplace. So we're very excited about the launch of those.
Fantastic. Now, how has the development of this been taken with your customers? What research has been done to show you that these are the products your customers want?
Well, I think it's really the bringing together of a lot of research with existing customers, a lot of the know-how and innovation that comes out of some of the very bright people in our company, and then third, it's working with other people in the industry and people, quite frankly, from outside of the industry. We brought a lot of people into our technology and product teams from Microsoft, from Meta, from Apple, customers that are very good at, or companies that are very good at retailing, really to change the analog for how we do business in travel. And so I think we've tried to take a very customer, supplier-centric view toward what we're producing, and not just do this in a black box without their help. And again, as you get back to the conference, what's it all about? What do we do next? How do we innovate further with these products? That largely is going to come from the voice of the customer. And so I think that it's critical to our culture that we be customer market-led in terms of how we do those things.
So really this event is in a way to generate customer feedback for the new products and see how you can innovate further.
Yeah, look, we're going to, hopefully what comes out of this are a few pretty good ideas that we can build upon. And I like to say that we will plagiarize all the great ideas out there. We don't think that, there's no pride of authorship. Any good ideas, what we can do to help suppliers grow their businesses, what we can do to help travel agencies improve their value, we're going to try to do the best of our ability.
Okay. Now, to what extent are these the new products you're putting on the market at the moment? Who else is doing similar things like this in the industry? Are these unique products? Right. Or
well, I think the phenomena I spoke about, again, one, the merchandising of ancillary products, that is a recognized challenge and opportunity for the industry, both with suppliers and travel agencies. I think our approach, which is the deployment of the Universal API, which enables us to consume products and services from the supplier however they want to put them in their API, that is a unique approach. And so what we're trying to do with suppliers is be very flexible in how we consume and take their content, their offerings. On the customer side, we have lots of GUI type offerings on top of the green screen interface. The universal desktop is very different, and it's built outside of the environment of the GDS. And as akin, I liken it to an OTA for professional travel counselors with lots of B2B functionality. No one has built this, and we think it will be transformative in terms of workflow processes, and two, in terms of enabling the sort of merchandising and marketing that you see in supplier.com sites or OTAs into the professional travel counselor environment. So we don't think anybody is doing these things or approaching them the way we have. With Travelport Rooms and More, we don't think there's anything like it in the marketplace where you have a one-stop shop for retail hotel, merchant hotel, and wholesale hotel inventory with varying commission levels, with the ability to sort and offer multiple channel offerings per hotel in the same interface. So we think it's going to be very powerful, and we think for the hoteliers it's a very unique new way to distribute their content.
Now, the Rooms and More especially, what have you taken any measures to stop any competitors looking at the product and basically copying it and plagiarizing it?
Well, look, I think imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. We're launching this in iterative steps over the next couple of months globally. We've spent the better part of the last year building the technology, and then two, the supply side of this to get it right for our customers. We've done a lot of work betaing the product with a number of customers around the world to make sure that it actually fits their needs. I would imagine that people will try to replicate what we're doing. One of the unique things we have is in the acquisition of Sprice. It's a great team of engineers, and it's great consumer technology that they and we have repurposed for the B2B space. So I think we clearly have a head start in the market. We look at this as a very iterative, long-term process. And so phase one is coming out this year. Phase two will come out later this year. And we will continue to innovate and build on this platform. So we're in a very competitive space. We think this will be a great product. And our hope is that there is demand from our customers and suppliers to grow the product even more.
Okay. And finally, just what feedback, it's quite early in the day, but what feedback are you getting so far from your customers?
Well, I think we have done these sorts of forums over the last couple of years at a country level. We thought, we had heard from some of the customers, that we ought to do this at an Asia-Pacific level. And so we've gotten a very, very good response. Over 250 folks are here. I think people really appreciate the opportunity to listen to what we have to say and to feedback, and then to collaborate and talk to all of their peers across the industry. So, so far so good. Hopefully the next day and a half will go very well.
Fantastic. And will this be now become an annual event?
Presuming that all of the folks here, our customers, our supplier partners, gain something from it, we absolutely intend to make this an annual event.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I look forward to seeing you at the next one then.
Okay, thanks.